The information discussed on Talkin' Money with Jeff Tarbell is believed to be from reliable sources. However, no responsibility is assumed for inaccuracies. No statement made on this broadcast should be construed as a specific recommendation of a particular investment product. Views expressed are those of the speakers and do not necessarily represent those of CBS Radio. Use only as directed.
Smiles, everyone. Smiles. And prepare yourself for...
Show me the money!
Ladies and gentlemen, the radio broadcast experience designed to keep your wallet in top condition. It's Talkin' Money with Jeff Tarbell.
Talkin' money. Talkin' money. More money, more money, more money.
And now entering the studio, your guru for fiscal fitness, Jeff Tarbell.
All right, how you doing?
Good morning.
We got no studio. We're on the road again, and on this Saturday on our open house tour. My name's Jeff Tarbell. That's John Fodorero, and we are. I'm back. How'd you do last week?
Good.
Yeah,
haven't heard it yet. But
I noticed they didn't send me an actual transcript of the show, so
they had to clean up a few things.
They had to, by the time they took out all the errors and all the cursing, that we were down to like 2 commercials, huh?
Exactly.
Nice. So I did my little tour. This is God honest truth. I told my wife, I said, I am not going back to Disneyland. I don't freaking care if they bring Disneyland to me. I'm not going back there till I'm a grandfather.
You said that last time you were there,
yeah.
didn't you?
So apparently I have one of my daughters has something to tell me. So because I was back down there again, I thought for sure I was getting over on somebody because it was so damn hot up here. I said, we'll go down to Newport. It'll be nice and cool down there. We'll walk around Disneyland. It won't be crowded because it's not a holiday weekend. And damn, if it wasn't hotter and crowded again.
No doubt.
What is it with that? That place is expensive to get into. And I walk around there. I'm thinking, who are all these people with all this money? Because I don't have any money. It's $125 a person to get into Disneyland if you want the park carpet. And the place was packed.
And then you got to eat too, right?
Well, we ain't eating today. In that kind of heat, all I needed was like an IV.
Right.
So then I had to go through the ungrueling, just picking on me so I only took 2 of the daughters because I couldn't afford to take all 3. One of them had to stay home and watch the dog. So we took 2 of the girls. So, and I got down there and I reserved a car in advance. And so the girls are thrilled this time. They're like, okay, finally, we got rid of our older sister. It's just the 4 of us. We can get one of them cool cars. So I didn't tell them what we got. So we're walking out the airport, and then you can walk into the I think I reserved them for the Hertz. So you can walk down there. So you're walking down the line. Here's all the cars lined up, and they told me what number mine was. So we're walking, we got the Camaro, and then we walk by the Camaro. We got the Mustang, we walk by the Mustang. We got the Mini, and we walk by the Mini. And I got this badass Chrysler minivan.
Nice.
The girls are looking at me like,
baby.
Are you flipping kidding me, Dad? We got a minivan? But it had all leather, John. The thing was sick.
Nice.
And I like it. By the end of the trip, even the girls liked it because it had like the captain's chairs in the back. And you hit the button and the doors open for you. And by the end of the week, we were digging the minivan, man. It was half the price as the race car.
Attaboy.
Yeah, so I'm not going back.
No,
I'm not going back. And every time I'm there, I keep thinking it'll be better this time, and it's just not. The same rides. I only like 2 of the rides, and for some reason now, I'm getting older. For some reason. Yeah, some reason I haven't been hit by a bus yet on my bike, but knock on wood. Yeah. Still early in the day. I'm gonna have to start riding my motorcycle, by the way, because I can't afford to actually fill one of my vehicles up anymore.
You see the price of gas?
I told you to come in here. So John and I are out in West Sac today. We're at 621 Myrtle Avenue. Or is it Myrtle Drive? Avenue. Okay, Myrtle Avenue in West Sacramento, right up next to the river. And I drove by this one here, the Shell station on Bright, and it said $3.59, but it was in green, like on a little sign by the. So I'm not sure if that was a pack of cigarettes. We actually might be at the point where cigarettes are now cheaper than gas.
Yeah,
we could just sit our ass on the side of the road and smoke.
There you go.
We'd be doing the country.
Ride a bicycle, ride 10 speed, and smoke cigarettes.
That's what you used to do, right? You were a professional smoker racer.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I digress. But I don't know if I can do Disneyland anymore.
I haven't been there in a long time.
I keep expecting something different, and all I get is lines, unattractive people, which is me, and a lot of heat.
You fit right in.
I know. I actually need to be a better forecaster. I need to treat it like snow skiing, where I look ahead and I go, what is the weather going to be down there? And if it's going to be 60 and overcast, maybe I go.
Right.
The last time we went there, it was raining a little bit, and there were still people there. What is with this place?
I don't know. I'm actually going to Disney World in
3 weeks. I've never been to Disney World, so that I could do.
Maybe I
could get that minivan back and we could drive it there.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome. So that was the sum total. I appreciate you and Colin covering for me. It is usually when I'm not on the show, I sleep in. But I think I even texted you that morning. I had to get up. We had to catch that early flight down to.
That was scary. Text message from Jeff Tarbell at like 6 a.m.
I know. Actually, what I do is
I'm afraid.
I put it on the delay text. I sent it the night before, and I just have it go out at 6 in the morning. So, but it was fun to get down there a little bit. I do like Newport. I like that area down there. It's nice. But
I like the hood emblems down there.
The who?
See any cars with hood emblems?
Oh, it was ridiculous. Yeah, everybody's driving something that's something nicer than my minivan that I was driving. But I wasn't going to have any of that. I'm running that thing up.
Air conditioning worked well.
Yeah, and the bicyclists down there. There's just a ton of people riding their bicycles, and they all have an attitude. What is it with? Now I'm on a total tangent. Now this is like a 2-hour show.
Whoa, here we go.
What is it with? You used to be one.
Yes.
What is wrong with you guys?
It's a spandex. It like squeezes.
It
you
does.
A
It
bit.
squeezes your brain out a little bit. They all have a complete attitude, like they own the road, and they're just so pissed if they don't get their way on their bikes. And I'm thinking, last time I looked around. I think cars are still made out of some metal, semi-metal vehicle bigger than you, or the bike, and you're going to lose if you keep trying to play chicken with me in my minivan. It ain't even my van. I will run your ass over.
Maybe it was a minivan.
It could be. I could have had a minivan attitude.
Look at this guy with his family in a minivan on vacation.
In a van down by the
river. They knew you were on vacation too.
They did. So anyway, had a good time. Came back. Lots of things to cover, and we'll take your phone calls today as well. 339-1140. 1-800-920-1140. You can text me. My little text machine thing looks like it's working, although I haven't seen a text come up in a while. So maybe Chris can send me a fake text there, and we'll see if it's working. But I think it is at 441140. We're going to give away some of the last few pairs of our Mountain Lions tickets. Did you guys give away the golf last weekend? No,
we did.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah. So, and I actually got a voicemail from the gentleman who won and was very excited. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you going up there?
I'm going up there in 2 weeks.
To Tacoma?
Yep. Going to Tacoma. Stay up there.
You better get up there because I'm telling you right now, we're gonna be snow skiing by Thanksgiving. Mark my words.
I hope so. Can I get that in writing?
Yeah.
Snow skiing.
It may be a little hell on your skis there, but we're going down the hill on Thanksgiving. So
you got some I can borrow?
No, I do not, Richard. Get your own. Oh God, I don't even know where to even start. I got so much fun stuff here to do. I guess I'll bring this up because it very rarely anymore do I get a lot of face-to-face appointments. People are busy. They really like kind of the online application process, and they can. Everybody's great at now scanning stuff and PDFing it to you, and that's great because it's convenient for you, the borrower, if it's convenient for you, and it's convenient for us because stuff comes in quicker and easier. So I don't see a lot of people anymore. In the beginning of my career, I mean, every night I was at someone's house. I mean, that's just how it was. We didn't have, nothing was automated. You had to take an application by hand. And to this day, some of those clients are some of my very closest clients because you get to know, just like this, you're sitting in their living room, you get to know them. And that's the part that I miss is you kind of don't get that connection with people if you're doing it over the internet. And so, then you're just another internet lender, even though you're not. But for whatever reason, this last week, I think I had probably more. Okay, sorry about that. Were you there? Yeah, we didn't pay the full phone bill. We only paid for half an hour. I don't know why this machine does that sometimes. It just seems to go on its own, but it will hook back up. So if you hear us delay for just a second, it's just John. He's got a little gas going on there or something. Don't drink soda in the morning there, boy. Anyway, I was back to the face-to-face, and I met a gentleman this week. I'm not going to use his name, and I'm not going to say where he works because I don't want to do that. But let me put it this way. Very rarely am I truly just blown away, inspired by somebody. And this week I met a client who came in to do a refinance. And by all accounts, I want to say this without sounding like just like a total jerk, condescending jerk, but by all accounts, this guy should fail in life. And if you want to look at a prototypical, what we would see, he's severely disabled. And everything is going against him, quote unquote. And it's the kind of person you'd say, boy, I really feel sorry for that guy. And if you went by him on the street, you probably would think that. And I know this is not politically correct. And he came into my office this week, and the guy had the greatest flippant attitude I've ever met. He's a he works in a very, very difficult industry. He's very highly paid, and his job is very important to what happens in our economy in this country. He lives by himself. He drives himself. He does all these things. He makes very good money, and he just has the greatest attitude. And I came home, and I told my wife, I said, you know what? That guy is such an inspiration to me because there's so many of us, myself included, that walk around with our head down, pissing and moaning about how things didn't go well today because something didn't go our way. And I look at this guy, and I said, man, this guy has every reason in the world to hold his head down. And, man, and I'm sure he's got bad days. But God, his attitude was so phenomenal. And what he's accomplished, with what he's had to overcome, was so inspiring to me that I hope everybody in their industry at some point in time in their life gets to meet a person like that just makes you go home and go, you know what I got going on, even on its worst day, ain't so bad. And
that's awesome.
And when we look at the way, and it just kind of brought me back to the way government treats people. You know, we got to handhold everybody, and we got to spoon feed everybody, and everybody needs government to kind of prop them up. And I look at this guy, and I look at this guy, and if anybody needs a helping hand, it would be this gentleman. And my guess is he probably gave him the middle finger when they said, "You want some help?" So for me, it was just kind of an eye opener, and I just wanted to get that out there because very rarely do I meet someone that actually makes me stop in my tracks and say, "Wow, that guy's got it going on, and he's doing his own thing, and despite anything against him, he's doing it."
That's awesome.
And
totally.
so that was a great week for me to do that too. So with that, I think we'll take one quick break, and you want to throw a quiz question out there. Speaking of
baseball, we got some playoffs going on here. Right?
I got to say, not that anybody cares what I think, but for the A's to do what they did is ridiculous.
Awesome.
I mean, it's ridiculous. They have no business winning their division, none. And I think it's just so cool. I'm actually going to go to an A's playoff game next week, not the Giants, because I want to give them a few bucks of my own. I just think it's phenomenal.
That's cool.
So
right on.
So what do you got
cool.
baseball wise there?
So you got announcers out there announcing baseball. Mm-hmm. The question is, which team has the most bias announcer?
Like a homer announcer?
Yes.
Like he's on the field with him type of announcer?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. He's a player.
He's a player. He's a player that got stuck behind the microphone. Okay, so
yes.
which baseball team has like the biggest homer announcer?
You got it. That's the question.
I'm going to think about that one. And of course, we only get to see a few limited games, but 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us if you want at 44-1140. I think our text is working. Which team has the biggest homer announcers? This is Talkin' Money. My name's Jeff Tarbell. That's John Fodorero. We're going to be
right back.